Good morning, my dear fellow Rotarians from all over the districts. Today is June 6, 2026, and we are here to have the 12th edition of the online seminar. We've had 11, and this is the 12th one for the 12th month of this Rotary year 2025-2026. I would like to especially welcome our District Governor Lanre Adedoyin, and other district leaders, and I also want to especially welcome our facilitators. We have two facilitators today in the process of Past Assistant Governor Chinedu and Ndubuisi Okaro. I'll be introducing them shortly. Without wasting much of our time, I would like to respectfully invite our District Governor, Rotarian Lanre Adedoyin, to please call the online seminar to order and also give us his opening remarks, sir. Over to you, sir. District Governor Lanre Adedoyin, sir. DG. Hello?
Oh. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now. We can hear you now.
Good morning, sir. Our district learning facilitator, PDG and district leaders who are online. Today is the last edition of our monthly online learning series, and I want to thank PDG, particularly our members of the district learning committee, for putting these editions together so far successfully. I must also thank the deputy learning facilitator, our DG, and the coordinator, PAG, James Akintolu. I thank all Rotarians who started this with us and those who are also ending it with us today. We couldn't have learned better. And Rotary, being a dynamic and knowledge-driven organization, encourages us to learn all the time because we have transited from training to learning. So on this note, I also want to thank the two facilitators, PAG, Chinedu.
Hello? Sir, DGC on? Hello?
Maybe it's the network. Okay. Yes, sir. Okay. I think it's network issue.
Okay.
Network.
Okay.
It's not online at the moment, so it's not network issue. Yes,
yeah.
Sir.
Okay. I think we should go on, and he will, once he joins us back, we'll take his other comments towards the end of the program.
Okay.
Yeah. Is it okay? It's not on yet. Can you, PAG Chinedu, can you make him the host? So while I call him on. Is he still on?
I'm on, sir. Okay.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Well, apologies for that. I believe that our district governor is a busy man. I'm sure he's on en route somewhere, and probably the network is not friendly this morning. So, be that as it may, we'll continue, and we'll be able to take our district governor towards the end of the program for his other comments. We have, as I said earlier on, we have two speakers for this morning. The first is Past Assistant Governor Chinedu Ebo. Chinedu Ebo is a Rotarian of the Rotary Club of Victoria Land East. He is a distinguished Rotarian and a legal practitioner of repute who was called to the Nigerian bar in 1987, and he has been in legal practice over the years. He is a past assistant governor, having served in various capacities at the district leadership level. He is a versatile Rotarian and who has traversed many countries, attending the various Rotary International conventions. He's a major donor of the Rotary Foundation of Rotary International and an alumnus of the USA Professional Visitors Program Forum. Without wasting much of your time, I would like to invite our distinguished Rotarian, Past Assistant Governor Chinedu Ebo. So please speak to us on the topic for today, for the first lecture, which is on Rotary Fellowship and Rotary Building Bridges of Friendship, how Rotary Fellowships can assist us project global commitments. Over to you, Chinedu.
Thank you, sir. I don't know whether I'm audible enough. Can I be heard?
Yes. Yes.
Excellent.
Yes.
Thank you, my district governor. and the district learning coordinator, having given me the privilege to speak to all of us today on building bridges of friendship, how Rotary fellowships can foster global connections and understanding. My work today is to share some of my experiences of what fellowship does, and to share also my knowledge about how that fellowship, that love, that friendship that we create among ourselves helps us to meet our mission going forward. I will start by first and foremost do a little bit of an introduction, just for us to understand that Rotary Fellowship Month, this month, the last month in this year, typically celebrated in June, focuses on building connections and friendship among Rotarians, their families and communities. It covers building friendship, strengthening bonds within Rotary clubs and beyond, community connections, engaging with local communities through service and social activities, global understanding, promoting cross-cultural understanding and international connections. And it is usually the month of our Rotary International Convention. So just to bring it in perspective, for us Rotarians, the principle of building lifelong friendship, networking and fostering global understanding is the core to the fellowship activities that we have. And so for better perspective and understanding, I wanted us to position fellowship from two perspectives. I want us to look at it from fellowship from the club culture and club perspective. How does that work? Every meeting, we say, oh, we have 30 minutes of fellowship, then we go into our meeting. Why is that critical? Because fellowship is important. It helps us build lifelong relationships that enable us to serve. If we remember clearly, to be a Rotarian is business, an association of business and professional persons united in ideal of service. That unity is built through fellowship. So I will look at it from that perspective. How does Rotary see fellowship in terms of our weekly or bi-weekly meetings that we have as Rotarians? I also want us to understand that in Rotary, there are fellowships. We have several fellowships that deal with all kinds of activities, mainly people who have interests. It allows us members to bond and share that relationship in our common interests. We have fellowships that transcends over 100, actually, transcends all kinds of hobbies and activities, sports, all kinds of professional relationships. And so we have fellowships in those areas in Rotary. And it is key because we are trying to build a bond within us. So that is the first thing that we must therefore see and look at. So in understanding fellowship, I want us to understand also what is the mission of Rotary. You know, in Rotary, we provide service to others, promote integrity and advance what understanding, peace, and goodwill. In all that, in trying to promote that, what I'm saying is that fellowship is key. To build connections, fostering peace, and creating lasting impact is what is required for us to deliver the goods which we have as Rotarians. For us to serve beyond self, for us to make impacts, for us to come together, we need to fellowship, to build bond within ourselves to be able to do that. That is how fellowship intertwines with the mission of Rotary itself. I would then want to go for that to say, fellowship breaks barriers. It breaks culture, it breaks language, it breaks borders. Fellowship builds connections, friendship, partnership, and networking. Fellowship fosters understanding, empathy, tolerance, and cooperation. That's the power of fellowship to us. And that is why we lay emphasis on it in Rotary, that we must bond, we must create the networking, we must relate to each other, only to serve, to make service beyond ourselves, to make the world our business, as it were. So that is the power of fellowship. That is the importance of fellowship. And I want us to bear that in mind, that truly we make lasting friendships, we contribute to the advancement of Rotary public image, and we raise membership attraction and retention through fellowship. That is its power. And then I will quickly, therefore, say, what then is fellowship? How does fellowship, therefore, bridge this gap that we're talking about, to create relationship, to create the atmosphere to do good in the world? It is building that bridge that fellowship does for us, because we do cultural exchanges, we do programs and events that promote cross-cultural understanding. In our international service, opportunities for Rotarians to serve together globally. You know, when we have the various fellowships that are in the areas of things like hobbies, or things like in our professions, like the fellowship of doctors, there's the AO fellowship, the one that there's a palm wine fellowship. People that have interest, they come together, they build relationship across board, across countries, across clubs. And together we think, how can we then use our skills, our profession, our interests to serve society and to serve Rotary? So you have the Bikers Fellowship trying to raise money through biking. You have deep activities that we do most of the time to raise funds for Rotary activities. This is how our fellowships, this is how our relationships, this is how our cross-cultural relationship helps us to further the cause of Rotary. Even in the idea of twin clubs, partnership, matching clubs from different countries for mutual benefit, or like we always say in the conventions, like we're going to Taipei. So it's a hub for fellowship. We have fellowship meetings with networking opportunities. We want to do projects, global grants are being applied for. We need relationship with other clubs outside our country. It is that fellowship that we have, that building of friendship that allows these things to happen. And so truly, fellowship builds the bridge that we require. So how do we get involved? How do we begin to use this fellowship to build the bridges that we require to do good in the world? How do we unite to do good by fellowshipping together? How do we do impactful and lasting impactful projects and activities in Rotary through the fellowship that we build? So we explore fellowship on Rotary websites. That is how we can get involved. Join us at the fellowship. We have over 100 at this time. We are allowed also to apply to Rotary Foundation to create a fellowship. So we have cultural fellowship, which focuses on cultural exchange, language, traditions. We have professional fellowships. We have talks about connecting professionals, like I talked about the healthcare fellowship. We talked about engineering fellowship. We talked about fellowship of doctors. We have bikers. We have flyers. We have travel fellowships. Those fellowships help us to bind together to do good in the world. And that is the focus. That's how we can get involved in doing it. So as we go to Taipei next week, we should try to get ourselves involved, to attend fellowship events, meet fellow Rotarians, make connections. We should try to go to host events so that we can fellowship with our fellow Rotarians and build friendship. That is how we can get involved, and that is how we can bridge. So truly in concluding my thinking, my thoughts about building bridges through fellowship, I would like to say just some few things. That building bridges of fellowship, global connections and understanding, we must therefore deliberately join the movement. And I'm asking everybody to join it, even within our districts. Let's attend each other's club meetings. Let's fellowship together. Let's build bonds and begin to do things together so that we can serve our world more better. So let us join the movement. So as we celebrate Fellowship Month by connecting with other Rotarians worldwide, we should explore this fellowship and build lasting friendship through it. And that's what my call to action today is. And I just wanted, therefore, to add my final thoughts. And my final thoughts in this is to let you know that the core values of Rotary is integral to wanting to create fellowship arrangements, to fellowship together. Because to serve above selves, to put our needs others before our own, to put others people's needs before our own, we need to fellowship. We need to bond together to be able to do good in the world. By having our professional fellowships, by trying to learn with through each other, to bond each other, people who have the same interests, we build leadership. We empower members to be leaders in their fields and in their communities to promote impactful and positive change. It is through these fellowships that we learn from each other and we can bring it home to do good in the world and in our communities. So this fellowship builds these strong relationships, this connection. You know, sometimes they say, oh, we don't need to be friends to serve. No, fellowship, we want to be friends. That's what we are. Rotarians, we are friends. But our friendship is built on that strong tie that we must do good in the world. And so through our friendship, we're able to build those relationships that will help us to do good continually. And through our fellowship, we are also being able to, have our integrity in place. We act with honesty. We act with ethos, and the moral principles are incorporated in the things we do. We learn from each other. That's what fellowship does for us. And so in fellowship, we also embrace and promote inclusivity and respect for individuals. This is what it is. Please, fellowship should be seen not only in our club fellowships or in the fellowships we have within twin clubs or between our clubs. There are fellowship organizations and groups that have common interests in certain things that come together with the sole aim of doing good in the world. That is what it is. That is how these fellowships, these friendships that we build, this relationship that we create, this holistic service beyond self that we do can help do more impactful. That is why we have been called to unite to do good. And in uniting to good, we have been also asked to do more impactful services, lasting impacts. This can only happen when we fellowship together, when we do things together, when we build our strength together and make the difference that we are supposed to do. So I want to thank the organizers of this for asking me to speak and share some of my experiences in this regard. Thank you so much. And I return the microphone back to my facilitator. Thank you so much.
Wow. Thank you so much, our dear Past Assistant Governor Chinedu Ebo. Listen to you, elucidating more on what Rotary Fellowship is all about, both in terms of sharing fellowship at our meetings and also belonging to various fellowships scattered and spread across the various profession, vocation, and interests. And thank you so much for that. Certainly, we'll have one or two questions, but not now. We'll just note your questions or comments after the second speaker must have been done with his, we shall invite questions and comments. We have the second speaker, also a distinguished Rotarian who has been over, I think, yes, over 28 years and still counting. He is a member of the Rotary Club of Falomo, and I think he's a charter member, if I'm not mistaken, and he's a dental surgeon by profession, but he has gone into ICT and consulting just to expand his skills and ability to do good in the world. Our brother, Ndubuisi Okaro, will be talking to us on a topic that is a little bit also focusing on this month's theme for Rotary International. He'll be talking on Beyond Service, the power of fellowships as Rotary's greatest force for impact. District Governor, fellow Rotarians, please let us welcome Past Assistant Governor Ndubuisi Okaro to speak with us on this topic for the next 20 minutes. Over to you, my dear brother.
Thank you very much. Can you hear me? Thank you.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much. I would like to start by thanking the District Governor, the District Learning Facilitator, for the opportunity to be able to speak with the Rotarians this morning. And I would like to say good morning to all Rotarians on the call. Sorry. Yes, I am a charter member of my club. By the way, I've been a Rotarian for the past 28 years. So my topic this morning is Beyond Service, the power of fellowship as Rotary's greatest force for impact. Am I able to change? Okay. Yeah. So I think that's small. Can I share my screen?
Yes, sir, you can. Let me kind of make you the host.
Yes, let me share so it'll be easier for me to.
Yeah, I'll make you the host, sir.
Okay, thank you. Just let me know when I can share.
Yes, sir, you can share now. You're the host now.
Okay, let me see. Yeah. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes.
Can you see my screen now?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Okay. So let me start. Overview, the introduction. So June in the Rotary calendar is recognized as Rotary's Fellowship Month. So it's a time dedicated to celebrating friendships, shared passion, and global connections that define who we are as Rotarians. Now, fellowship is that invisible thread that binds a dentist in Lagos, a software engineer in Abuja, a teacher in Abeokuta, and a philanthropist in Houston into a single purposeful family. So the next 20 minutes, I want to try and take us on a journey from the beginning, which was a cold February evening in Chicago in 1905, to the vibrant streets of Lagos and Ogun today, exploring what fellowship truly means, why it matters more than ever, and how we in District 9112 can unlock its full power to transform our Rotary experience and our communities. So the objectives are, one, to define fellowship in Rotary, its breadth, its depth, and its two dimensions. Two is to trace the historical roots of fellowship.
Sorry to disturb you, but your slides, we can't see them.
You can't see the slides?
No.
No, we can't see the slides.
Oh. So what happened? Can you see it now?
We see you, but no slides, sir.
I'm wondering why this thing is not. Okay, so maybe you should share on your own end. I don't know why it's not showing on my end. So let me stop sharing my screen if it's not sharing.
So maybe you should stop, then you should start it again. You stop sharing, then you should start again.
Okay,
you should be able to share since you are the host.
Okay, let's see.
Okay, good. It's showing now.
It's showing now. Hang on one second. Oh, wow. What happened? It closed. Oh, my gosh. 1 second, please. It's like the slide closed. Is it showing now?
You're sharing your screen rather than sharing the presentation.
Oh.
Can you stop and go back to the presentation, then go on slideshow?
Go back to the presentation.
Come out first, stop sharing, and then reshare just the document.
Okay, let's see. 1 second. So I stop sharing. Oh, no. I come back out. Use operating system. Blah, blah, blah. Allow. Okay. Okay, it's just giving me the option to share this window, which is not what I want to do, right? Share this window. So.
Yeah, it's coming up. Okay, then open your document now, and maybe it will come up.
Oh, okay, let's see. Oh, no. Is it up now?
No, we're seeing ourselves. We're seeing your screen.
Okay. Please, can you share on your own end? I'll use. Let me stop sharing. I don't know why I can't get my screen. Stop.
Okay, so can you kindly make me the host back? You can transfer the host back to me.
Okay, I'm coming. Let's see. Sorry, the name of the person I'm transferring it back to. Sorry.
Rotary 9112.
Okay, hang on. Okay, it's back with you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. So you can share, then probably I will.
You talk through it.
Yes. Yeah, I'm sharing now. So I'm on the second slide.
Okay, but can you make it a bit larger? Possible?
Is it okay now?
Okay, yeah, it's okay now.
All right, sir.
Yeah, so back to the objectives. The first is to define fellowship in Rotary, its breadth and depth, and its 2 dimensions. The second objective is to trace the historical roots of fellowship from Paul Harris to present-day Nigeria. Third is to distinguish between fellowship as a value and Rotary fellowships as a program. Fourth is to explore the critical role fellowship plays in member retention and club health. 5 is to localize the discussion with examples relevant to District 9112 and our West African zone. And finally is to inspire action, specific things each of us can do starting today. Okay, so what is fellowship? So before we go further, let's address a common misconception, one that even experienced Rotarians sometimes make. When we say June is fellowship month, we are not merely referring to a warm handshake at the door or the jollof rice at the end of the meeting. Fellowship in the Rotary context has 2 distinct but deeply connected dimensions. So the first dimension is fellowship as a core value. For the spirit of friendship, camaraderie, mutual support, and shared humanity that runs through every Rotary meeting, every service project, and every interaction between Rotarians, this is fellowship as a way of being. Then we have fellowship as a program. There are over 100 formally organized, internationally recognized groups of Rotarians, Rotaractors, and Rotary partners who share a common hobby, vocation, or passion, from golf to healthcare to palm wine drinking to cycling and so on. This is fellowship as a structure. Next slide, please. Historically, the Chicago evening that changed everything. This was 23rd of February 1905. A young attorney, Paul Harris, who we all know. He was a 36-year-old man who was restless. He had left his small village and he had moved to the city of Chicago. And even though he was not poor, he wasn't unhappy. He just was lonely. So you can be successful, but also lonely. And he wrote later that, because if you've written his book, My Road to Rotary, he said, after being in Chicago for some time, I felt I was able to make acquaintances, but not real friends. On this basis, what he did is he went and he got 3 of his friends and he gathered them in one of their houses, and their only agenda was friendship. The only manifesto was mutual cooperation and informal friendship. That evening, from fellowship, Rotary was born. So Rotary was never born as a grand humanitarian mission. It came from that evening of fellowship. Rotary began with the simple, profound, universal human need to belong. And if you look at the quotes below from Paul Harris's book, it said, I did not act upon my impulse at once. Months and even years passed. Eventually, in February 1905, I called 3 young businessmen to meet with me, and I laid before them a very simple plan of mutual cooperation and informal friendship, such as all of us had once known in our villages. Next slide, please. Friendship becomes service, the natural evolution. What happened next is one of the most instructive stories in the history of civil society. Within 2 years of this fellowship that was formed, the Chicago Club had grown and fellowship had naturally transformed into action. So in 1907, the club launched its first public service project, which was the construction of public toilets in Chicago, making it the world's first service club. Fellowship was the seed, service was the fruit. This pattern is not accidental. It is a law of human nature. When people feel genuinely connected to each other, they are moved to act together. Fellowship is the alternative, fellowship is not the alternative to service. It is the engine of service. A Rotarian who feels truly at home in their club does not ask, do I have to attend this project? They ask, how can I help? Then we had Rotary coming to Nigeria, Africa. So Rotary's arrival in Africa was gradual. The first Rotary Club was Rotary Club of Dakar, Senegal, which was chartered in 1939. That was the first in West Africa. Followed by 3 Rotary Clubs in Nigeria, which was in 1961, the Rotary Club of Kano, Rotary Club of Lagos, and then the Rotary Club of Ibadan. Now, what's fascinating and deeply affirming is why those pioneer Nigerian Rotarians joined. And in their words, they were much traveled, foreign-trained business executives, professionals, and civil servants who came out to make friends, fellowship, and expand their business and contribute their quotas to the development of their communities. Fellowship was the draw, service was the commitment. We fast forward to today, District 9112, which was carved out of District 9110, covering Lagos and Ogun. And it stands on that same foundation. Our clubs from Ikeja to Ijebu-Ode, from Victoria Island to Shagamu, from Falamo to Festac, are living proof that fellowship remains the heartbeat of Rotary in Nigeria. What are Rotary Fellowships? June is specifically designated as Rotary Fellowship Month by Rotary International, a celebration of the formal program of international fellowship groups And let's understand what these are. According to Rotary International, Rotary Fellowships are international groups that bring together people who share common interests, whether they're professional, cultural, or recreational, to enhance their Rotary experience and build global friendships. They began informally in 1928, and today Rotary International recognizes over 100 official fellowships. Each must maintain active membership of at least 5 countries, elect at least 3 officers, and maintain regular communication with Rotary International, and operate independently under their own rules and due structure. So what Rotary Fellowships are not, they are not controlled by Rotary International. They are not the same as Rotary Foundation's Peace Fellowship, which are academic scholarships. They are not mandatory, but they are one of Rotary's most underutilized treasures. Then what Rotary Fellowships are is a passport to making friends across the world around a shared passion, a way to enhance and deepen your Rotary experience beyond your club, a mechanism for member retention. Rotarians with deeper connections stay longer, a recruitment tool. Interests attract new members who might not respond to service message alone, an expression of Rotary's core identity, service above self through connection. Examples of some Rotary fellowships, something for everybody. Now here's a selection. So there are different fellowships. We have the International Golfing Fellowship, International Fellowship of Rotarian Musicians. We have Rotary Fellowship of Healthcare Professionals. We have International Fellowship of Motorcycling, and so on. I think we can go past this. So there are different fellowships. Next slide, please. Yeah. The Rotary Peace Fellowship, our highest fellowship investment. Separate from the Recreational Rotary Fellowship is the Rotary Foundation's Peace Fellowships, arguably the most prestigious academic scholarship program associated with Rotary. Each year, the Rotary Foundation awards up to 50 fully funded master degree fellowships and up to 120 professional development certificate fellowships at elite universities across the UK, US, Japan, Australia, Sweden, and Uganda. These Peace Fellows are leaders in conflict resolution, international development, and peace building. Over 1,800 Rotary Peace Fellows have graduated and are now active in over 140 countries. Nigeria has produced Peace Fellows, and District 911 should be actively identifying and supporting more candidates from Lagos and Ogun State. The Peace Fellowship is just not an academic award. It's fellowship at its most transformative, connecting young Nigerians to a global network of peace builders and positioning Rotary District 911 as a force, not just for local community projects, but for global change. Why Rotarians leave and why they stay. Let's be honest with ourselves for a moment. Membership retention is one of the most persistent challenges facing Rotary clubs everywhere, including here in District 9112. Members join with enthusiasm and leave with resignation. And the question is why? Rotary International's own research, so this is research from Rotary International, and the broader body of organizational behavior literature converge on a striking finding that the number one reason people stay in Rotary is not the projects, it's not the prestige, it's not even the service opportunities, it is the friendship, the fellowship. And from Rotary International General Secretary Report of 2024, it said, friendships are often cited as a primary reason members stay in Rotary. Rotary fellowships are great ways to engage with people who share your passion and interests beyond your club. So the retention formula, from fellowship to engagement to commitment. Think about your Rotary journey. At what point did Rotary shift from a club I belong to a family I'm part of? For most of us, that shift happened the moment a fellow Rotarian remembered our birthday, came to our aid in a difficult time, celebrated our promotion, introduced us to a business contact who changed our trajectory, or simply sat with us after a meeting and listened. Fellowship is not a social lubricant, it is a structural cement. And the clubs in District 9112 that thrive are invariably the clubs where members are genuinely friends, not just colleagues who meet weekly. The fellowship crisis, a thought-provoking reflection. Here is the provocation I want to leave with you. In how many of our clubs has fellowship been quietly outsourced to the lunch break, basically to the background? We are busy, we come for meetings, we hear reports, we vote on motions, we make announcements, and we leave. Where is the space for a young new member to genuinely connect with a seasoned Rotarian? Where is the moment for a member going through a divorce, a business failure, or a health crisis to feel supported by their club? The Rotary Sports Festival, that's the ROFest, which was launched in District 911 that was 2023-2024 year by past President Alozia Nsirimobi, that was under PDG Ife Ejezia, is one of the most inspired fellowship initiatives in our zone in recent memory. Its mandate was explicit: to foster cordial relationships, improve the physical and mental well-being of Rotarians, and attract new members through sports. The grand finale at Onikon Stadium in Lagos drew Rotarians from across clubs in a spirit of joyful competition, and it was broadcast by Rotary International to over 200 countries. That's the power of fellowship given creative expression. Now, fellowship beyond the club meeting, 7 practical ways. We have vocational fellowship, which is the regional Rotary idea. Professionals of different classifications coming together with mutual respect, shared ethics in District 9112. This means the doctor knowing the banker, the lawyer knowing the engineer, and all of them knowing each other as human beings first. That's vocational fellowship. Social fellowship, dinners, celebration, joint club events, district conferences, the informal spaces where bonds are forged. Our annual district conference are not just governance events, they are fellowship festivals. Service fellowship, the bond forged when Rotarians work side by side on a project, installing a water pump in Ogun State, running a medical outreach in Badagry, or equipping a school in Ikorodu. Shared sacrifice creates deep fellowship. Spiritual fellowship, the shared values of integrity, service, compassion that unite Rotarians across religion and cultural differences in a diverse multi-faith district like 9112. That is profoundly important. International fellowship, sister club relationship, RI convention attendance, exchange programs, Rotary fellowship programs, connecting District 9112 to global Rotary family of 1.4 million members in 48,000 clubs. Generational fellowship, the relationship between Rotarians, Rotaractors, interactors. Our district is home to the oldest Rotaract club in Africa, chartered in University of Ibadan. Digital fellowship, WhatsApp groups, club social media, virtual meetings, and so on. So those are different ways that we can connect outside the club. Next slide. Who are we? A fellowship portrait of District 9112. District 9112 is one of the newest and most dynamic districts in Nigeria. It was carved out of the historic District 9110, which itself came from District 910 and 911. So 910, 911 formed 9110, and then later, after districting, we became 9112. So we cover Lagos and Ogun State, arguably the most economically active corridor of sub-Saharan Africa. Our clubs represent the full spectrum of Lagos life, the old money establishment of VI and Ikoyi, the entrepreneurial energy of Ikejas and Surulere, the tech-savvy communities of Lekki and Aja, and the resilient working communities of Mushin, Ajegule, and Ogun hinterlands. This diversity is not a challenge to fellowship. It is its greatest gift. When a Rotarian from Ijebu sits next to a Rotarian from Etiosa or at a district conference, they discover that they share a passion for chess, or golf, or classic music, or healthcare innovation. That is fellowship, breaking through every social divide that Lagos throws at us. Our fellowship heritage and standing on giants' shoulders. Consider what fellowship has also produced in our zone. Nigeria gave Rotary International the first non-Western president, John Babatunde Majiabe, a member of the Rotary Club of Kano, who served as RI president in 2023-2024. Before he could lead the world, he first experienced fellowship within his club and district. Secondly, we have RI President-elect Yinka Babalola, who we all know in a few weeks will be taking the mantle of leadership as RI President. So District 9110 produced the Rotary District Educational Welfare Endowment Fund, that's DWEF, which has funded scholarships for brilliant but financially disadvantaged students from Lagos and Ogun State since 1991 to 1992. District 9112 awarded the largest round of DWEF scholarships covering school fees, feeding, and textbooks for university and polytechnic students nominated by over 74 clubs. That program exists because Rotarians who felt fellowship with their communities also felt fellowship with each other, deeply enough to pool resources across decades. Thought-provoking questions for District 9112. So I pose 5 questions. How many members in your club could you call at 3 a.m. in a genuine crisis, and how many would call you? When last did your club do something together purely for joy, not service, not fundraising, just fellowship? How many of your members know about the over 100 Rotary fellowships available to them? Have you ever presented these lists at a club meeting? Does your club have a deliberate fellowship program for new members? A pairing system, a mentorship pair, a structured belonging pathway? Is there a Rotarian in your club who has been quietly drifting towards resignation, who might stay if someone simply reached out with genuine fellowship? And the footnote, fellowship is not a passive experience. It's an active investment. The clubs and districts that thrive are not those with the most projects. They are those with the most genuine human connections. The projects follow the fellowship always. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. Our slide master. Hello? Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, next one, please. Next one. Okay. 12 actions for District 9112 this June and beyond. Inspiration without action is entertainment. Here are 12 concrete steps that clubs and individual Rotarians in District 9112 can take. For clubs, host a fellowship event this June. Organize one event this month that is purely about fellowship. A dinner, a club outing, a sporting event, a cultural event. No fundraising, no reports, just belonging. Launch a Rotary Fellowship awareness session. Dedicate one club meeting to introducing members to the over 100 official Rotary fellowships. Help every member identify at least one fellowship that matches their personal interest. Establish a mentorship system for new members. Pair every new inductee with an experienced Rotarian for the first 6 months. New members who have a mentor are significantly more likely to become committed, long-term Rotarians. Create fellowship committee. Just as clubs have service project directors and foundation directors, appoint a dedicated fellowship director whose brief is to design experiences that build genuine connection among members. Reconnect with your sister club. If you have a sister club, a relationship locally, nationally, or internationally, it's June. This June is the moment to revive it. A joint service project or joint meeting is a fellowship multiplier. For individual Rotarians, join one Rotary Fellowship this year. Visit rotary.org/fellowships and pick one group aligned with your passion. The cost is usually minimal. The return in global friendships, inspiration, and deepened identity as a Rotarian is immeasurable. Next slide, please. Invest in a fellow Rotarian. Identify one member of your club who seems peripheral, quiet, or at risk of drifting away. Make one intentional move this week to include them, invite them for coffee, introduce them to another member, acknowledge their contribution publicly. Attend the RI convention. The Taipei convention is coming. Start planning. An RI convention is an ultimate fellowship experience. 20,000 Rotarians from 150 plus countries under one roof, united by the will and the idea of service above self. For district leadership, develop a district fellowship strategy. Create a structured program built on Rosefest that offers Rotarians in District 911 to multiple fellowship touchpoints throughout the year across sports, culture, vocational networking, and digital connection. Champion a West African Rotary Fellowship. Work with neighboring districts 911, 9110, 9141. That's a mistake. To launch or revive a Nigerian/West African focused Rotary Fellowship that leverage our unique cultural richness in music, sports, health, and professional development. I know we've had the All Nigerian Rotary convention or conference, which is similar to this. Support Peace Fellowship candidates. Identify and actively mentor qualified Nigerians to apply for Rotary Peace Fellowships. District 9112 has the talent. We need the pipeline. Measure fellowship health. Include a fellowship index in club health assessments, asking Rotarians not just about attendance and dues payments, but about belonging, fellowship quality, and personal connection to the club. In conclusion, the fellowship imperative. We live in a world that is paradoxically more connected and more lonely than any point in human history. Social media gives us 500 friends and leaves us without one true confidant. Remote work has given us flexibility and taken away human warmth. The post-pandemic world has left millions of people, including many of our fellow professionals in Lagos and beyond, hungrier for genuine connections than ever before. In this world, Rotary brings something irreplaceable: the fellowship of people who believe that service and friendship are not in competition, but are in fact expressions of the same fundamental truth that we are made for each other. Paul Harris did not set out to build the world's most impactful service organization. He set out to find a friend. From that search, 1.4 million Rotarians and 46,000 clubs eventually emerged. The Rotary Club of Kano, the Rotary Club of Lagos, and every single club in District 911 traces its lineage back to that one lonely man's search for fellowship in a cold Chicago city. Every time we open a meeting with the four-way test, we are continuing that search. Each time we invite a guest, mentor, a Rotaractor, visit a sister club, or simply make room for a new member to feel seen, we are the living answer to Paul Harris's question: why not bring them together? And this quote is from Rotary E-Club of One Nigeria. Rotary began with the need for friendship and fellowship. It is one of two reasons why Rotary began in 1905, and it remains one of the top reasons people stay. Next slide. And the concluding charge. Distinguished Rotarians, this June, do not let Fellowship Month be merely another calendar notation. Let it be a personal commitment to reach deeper into your club, to build a fellowship that will outlast your presidency, to join a fellowship that connects you to Rotary beyond your postcode, and to create an environment in which every member of your club, from the most tenured past president to the newest inductee, feels genuinely at home. Because when Rotarians feel at home, they stay. And when they stay, they serve. And when they serve, communities are transformed. That is the fellowship imperative. And finally, when fellowship becomes intentional, impact becomes inevitable. Thank you very much.
Wow. Once again, let me say thank you, and thank you so much, my dear brother and friend, Past Assistant Governor Ndubuisi Okaro. You've done really justice to that topic, emphasizing that Rotary started as friendship, followed by fellowship. And once the fellowship is intentional, the impact is there for people to see. Well, it's time for comments, questions, and additions based on the two discussions we had this morning. The first one, ably handled by our dear brother, PAG Chinedu. And of course, this second one, just concluded by PAG Ndubuisi Okaro. So please indicate, just unmute your mic and speak if you want to contribute to the question. Yes. Hello, mute your mic if you are not asking questions, please. Rotarian, tell me. Tell me, Terry.
I'm sorry, I will just
Hello?
The admin can mute the mic. Okay, mute
Please.
that mic.
Okay, Randa, please mute that mic. Okay, are you there? Questions? Comments? Okay, are you there? Okay. Yes. Questions, please. Hello? Am I audible enough? Hello?
Yes, you're audible, sir.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Yes, come on, lighter. Oh, you're ready. Please ask your question. Please unmute yourself and ask your question.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much for participating in the training was mind knowing was insightful. Now, my question is not to any particular club, but again, just for us to have insight to the kind of challenge club that also give for friendship can avoid. The question is how and when can a club of friendship become tormenting to members, or will the spirit of friendship become disintegrated? Thank you.
Yes, thank you. PhD Ndubuisi, Okaro, can you react to that?
Yeah, can you?
Yes.
I didn't hear the question clearly. Can you please just repeat what he said? I couldn't hear him clearly.
Who asked the question? Hello?
He needs to stay a little closer to his mic. There was a bad echo. I couldn't.
Could you please repeat the question? Hello? Oh, it's off. Oh.
And
it's no more online, please. It's no more online.
The question.
Did anybody hear the question well?
What my PDG? I'm still online. Can you hear me?
Yes, okay, it's better now. Repeat the question. Please repeat your question.
Okay, the question is just a general thing. Looking at a club being a place of friendship, and just looking at it from the angle of when and how can a club turn to tormenting of members and also discriminatory of members. What are the signs so that club can note and be guiding and guide against it? Thank you. Hope it is clear now.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. The question is clear, and I think a lot of us can even cite different examples in our clubs.
Sure.
If, for instance, in your club, if you have cliques in your club, let me use that as an example. You find out that a lot of clubs complain that they have cliques in those clubs. The club is supposed to be an environment that encourages friendship and fellowship. So it's supposed to be all embracing. If people are excluded from things in the club, they are not being carried along in the club. If they don't feel at home in the club, then you find out that people start to lose interest in Rotary, or they start to build their own different groups within a club. So the club environment, and you will see it. There will be a lot of conflicts in the club. There will be different warring factions in the club. If you want to get things done, there will be people who belong to a particular faction, like in a political party, and those who belong to another faction. As much as possible, we should try and discourage that at club level. The club should be a place where we are genuinely friends. And that's why part of the talk is saying, what are we doing beyond our Rotary Club meetings? Are we forming fellowships or friendships outside the club? So that when we come to clubbers, if we start as friends in club, then it's more likely that we'll be able to work together and be able to achieve the objectives of which is basically service for Rotarians. So that's my own contribution. I'm sure others may have something else to say.
Yes, thank you so much, Ndubuisi. We have Professor Momodu. Please ask your question, sir. Please ask your question, Professor. There?
Thank you. Sorry, I was battling with my phone trying to.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
So now, thank you very much. Very good. Very impressive. I didn't join early, but I must say that I've gained a lot for the about 1 hour that I've been with you. I wanted to talk about the key the takeaways when it comes to key benefits of Rotary fellowships. One takeaway for me will be the global network. Benefits of global network. We connect with Rotarians worldwide who share your hobby or your profession or your passion, like you said, like music or sports or whatever. Then the second will be service projects across clubs, countries, and projects that are tied to your fellowship. They say more hands equals to bigger impact. And then, of course, the third will be friendship and fun. Rotaries, they stimulate and also encourage the fun side of Rotary, where you get together. It's less formal than normal club meetings, more about bonding over shared interest. That again should interest all of us. And then, of course, another benefit will be learning and ideas. You swap best practices. For example, cycling fellowships, motorcycle riding fellowships. These are shared fundraising ideas that our local clubs can use. Then the last one for me, it will be the personal growth, where you build leadership skills by organizing events and newsletters or online groups. And this one will be very beneficial, especially to the younger Rotarians who we have to groom and prepare for leadership and for successes in their various professions. So I thought I should highlight these 5 key benefits: global networking, service projects, friendship and fun, learning and ideas, and personal growth. Of course, they were all covered in the lecture we listened to, but I just thought I should highlight them for further consideration. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Prof. Well captured, and we thank you for your contribution on that. Do we have any other question, comments, contributions? We spent about 1 hour, 10 minutes so far, and in the absence, okay, Adekunle Adewale, you have a comment or question, please unmute yourself and speak. Adekunle Adewale. Over to you.
All right, good morning. Good morning, fellow Rotarians. And I thank OPG Chinedu and Ndubuisi for the presentation. For me, what I wanted to speak about was the why is this session the last month of Rotary year? Because I joined about July last year, and I think if I had a session like this, I'll be more enthused.
Okay. Okay. Yes, thank you. It's just a clarification.
More involved. Can you hear me?
I'm hearing you. Yeah.
Hello.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So.
Yeah.
Hello?
The question is, why is it in June and not earlier?
Okay. So my own question.
I'm listening. Please go on. Go ahead. Hello. Oh, Rotary Adekunle.
I'm finished speaking.
Okay. Yes, the decision as to what emphasis should be given to a particular topic or area of focus or interest in Rotary, decision is taken by the board of Rotary International and approved by the Council of Legislation. So we as individuals, as a district, as a club, cannot individually change that. But of course, nothing stops your club or district from organizing various topics on Rotary Fellowship and activities any day or any part or any month of the year. As a matter of fact, when we have our training programs, which we call learning seminars now, when we train incoming district officers, incoming presidents, incoming club officers, we normally have a session called Rotary Fellowships and Rotary Action Groups. And of course, we normally cover this area of interest during those sessions. I'm sure probably you are not at one of them. But being that as it's made, Rotary and learning in Rotary is a continuum. You can pick it up any day and can encourage your club to focus on it any particular day or week or month of the year. Thank you. Omoba Bosun Fakoya, please unmute yourself and speak. And I think that should be the last question so that we can allow our fellow Rotarians to go for other activities. Okay, after Omoba Bosun Fakoya, Shionjai Simi will be the last question. Please unmute yourself. Omoba Bosun Fakoya. Are you there? If it's not there, then Rotarian Shionjai Simi, please unmute yourself and speak.
Thank you very much, my past district governor and the district learning facilitator, fellow Rotarians. Mine is just a comment. I mean, I've learned from what we've heard today. Rotary started as acquaintances becoming friends. And what that means is that even at club level, the relationship will start as acquaintances. To become friends, then it means we must all be of our best behavior in order to attract friends within the clubs and grow from there. And that's a very significant takeout for me. And it is based on the friendship that we're able to build fellowship and relationship and companionship even outside of Rotary. Thank you very much, my district learning facilitator. Thank you.
Thank you so much, my dear brother. Thank you. It's Rotarian, who's that? There's somebody else that wants to speak. I think it's Omoba Fakoya. Are you still there? Okay. In the absence of any other contribution, let me thank once again, let me thank our facilitators for creating time to be with us this morning and for taking us through the various aspects of Rotary Fellowship, taking it from different perspectives, how it impacts Rotary and how it impacts our communities, how we can join, how we can also on our own at the club or as an individual Rotarian create different fellowship that are of interest to us. By and large, what is important is for us to ensure that whatever we must have picked or learned from today, we share it with our fellow Rotarians in our various clubs and ensure that at the end of the day, the business of humanitarian services, which we all sign in to do in Rotary, continue to grow. We can use Rotary Fellowship to grow membership, to retain membership, and to ensure that we are all engaged in this business of serving humanity. Fortunately, our district governor is not here online. I guess
I am online. I'm online.
Oh, you're online, sir. Oh,
yes, sir.
I've been searching.
Yes. I lost my network. I'm online.
Oh,
I lost
okay.
the network.
Oh, that's good. You are coming at the very, very last appropriate time. So I want to encourage and welcome our district governor back for him to close the seminar and give his closing remarks, sir. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Once again, our district learning facilitator, past district governor Okaro 24, and the district learning facilitation team. Well, whatever has a beginning must have an end, and we have come to the end of our monthly online Rotary education. I can't thank you enough, fellow Rotarians, for all your support, motivation, advice, suggestions, and frank views on all our activities. I also thank the district deputy learning facilitator, DGN, Ujishowabi, and PAG Oguntolu. I thank all the past district governors, all the past assistant governors, past presidents, fellow Rotarians, Rotaractors, and our friends who have participated while it lasted. I wish all of you the best in all your undertakings, and I want to appeal to you to continue to support every activity of our district, District 9112, and extend a similar cooperation to my successors. And on this note, it is my honor and privilege to call this meeting to an end at exactly 9:30. Thank you, and God bless you all.
Thank you so much, District Governor. Thank you, my dear fellow Rotarians. Thank you, friends of Rotary and family of Rotary, all that have created time to join us this morning. I wish you a restful and pleasant weekend. Continue to do good in the world in service of humanity. Thank you, and bye.
Thank you, sir.
Now.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kes.
Thank you, my brother.